Well, hi there, everybody, and good Monday morning to meteorologist Travis Klineski here, starting you off on this first day of autumn. Officially, fall started at 2:50 this morning, so we're just a little bit past 4 hours since hitting the fall season, and it's feeling fall-like out there this morning with cool temperatures. But we are going to see some warm temperatures today as southerly winds increase. It's going to get a little breezy this afternoon. Winds up there around 10 to 20 miles per hour. Plenty of sunshine, maybe a couple of fair weather clouds later this afternoon. Mostly clear to partly cloudy overnight tonight. As we get towards tomorrow morning, around 7 o'clock, maybe shortly after, and this model's not showing it here at 7 o'clock, but shortly after it does show them. A couple of isolated hit-or-miss showers and thunderstorms could pop up from about Highway 281 eastward, mainly about GI and Hastings eastward, basically, is what we would be looking at. Those will be in the morning, very early, and then quickly moving out. We'll actually see a cold front come through here during the end of the day, and that front will be important for basically a couple of reasons. One, we're going to cool things down towards the middle of the week, but two, could trigger some showers and storms towards the end of the afternoon and into tomorrow evening. Now, most of us, we will still be quite warm with that front coming through. We aren't going to feel the cool air until the next day on Wednesday. But here comes that chance of rain and thunderstorms firing up late in the afternoon and into the evening hours, continuing into tomorrow evening at 9 o'clock there, more storms possible, and even through about 11 or 12 o'clock. Once we get past midnight, the threat for severe weather should drop off. Those will clear out as that frontal boundary pushes to our south, and that'll take us into a cooler day on your Wednesday with dry conditions returning. Now, the Storm Prediction Center lines up the marginal threat basically right where that frontal boundary will be towards the end of the day. So basically from Norfolk to Hastings to Smith Center, Kansas eastward, there is a marginal threat of severe thunderstorms for the Local 4 area. And just outside of the Local 4 viewing area, slight risk of severe weather off to the northeast around Sioux City, Omaha, Fremont, those locations there. We're mainly looking at a large hail and damaging wind gust threat late tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening before those clear out later in the nighttime hours. And there still are some question marks as to how much we'll actually see. Some models are very meager or light on the threat for storms, so the model I was showing is actually one of the more aggressive ones. So we'll have to watch that threat, though, again, late in the day tomorrow into tomorrow evening. Well, let's look ahead to today's forecast. Back to the 80s, low and mid-80s for high temperatures, back above average. Our average high is the mid-50s this time, mid-70s this time of the year. As we get into tonight, we're looking at a slightly warmer night ahead of us compared to this morning, 50s and lower 60s for overnight lows. Tomorrow's temperatures back to the 80s, a lot of mid and upper 80s for most of us ahead of that frontal boundary. Some cooler air to the northwest. That's the cool air that's going to come in for the rest of the area on Wednesday. As we're back to the 70s, mid and upper 70s for most of us, maybe a little cooler in northern portions of Nebraska. So your Wednesday shaping up to be a really nice day overall. Let's look at the long-range forecast. So we go from the 80s the next 2 days to the 70s on Wednesday. Again, that small chance of rain early in the day and again towards the end of the day. Here in the Tri-Cities, Kearney, probably not even much of a chance. GI and Hastings, a 20% chance. Best chances will be to our east. Wednesday, dry. Thursday, dry. A little windier on Thursday. Back to the mid and upper 70s for high temperatures. And then as we get towards the end of the week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, chances of rain kind of difficult to predict right now, but I'll throw in some small generic chances of rain and thunderstorms there, 20 to 30% chances. Otherwise, temperature-wise, it's going to cool down a little bit Friday and into Saturday. We're talking about more 60s and 70s in those 2 days there, but quickly jumping back into the 80s on Sunday. Now, hopefully I have my graphic set up right here. I'm going to look at the 10-day forecast. Nope, and I don't. Darn it. So I'm not going to show it for now, but basically what it does show, in fact, if you want to I will show it, but if you want to ignore the dots because they're messed up there, actually the dots are right. It's the line that's messed up. I didn't get a chance to fix that yet. The dots are correct, though, but you notice big fluctuations in our temperatures in the week ahead. I knew I was working on that graphic, and I thought I had it correct, and I didn't have it completely fixed yet, but we're going to see a roller coaster ride in our temperatures in the next week ahead, week to week and a half, and even 2 weeks, the way it looks right now. Because, like I said, we're going to cool back down beyond that forecast. We get 80s and then 60s, but then we could be right back into the 80s even beyond that. So basically what that's telling us is that fall is here, and you get those cooler days, indicating those cooler temperatures trying to budge in. At this point, though, as we enter the early parts of October, no signs of any freezing temperatures, nothing like that coming yet. You know, our typical first freeze isn't that far away now, just a few weeks away, but at this point, not seeing that. in the forecast, at least for the next week and a half or so. All right, with that, going to let you all go. I apologize for that graphic. I promise I'll have it fixed tomorrow. That's something I was planning on working on. I was trying to work on it during our show this morning, and it didn't get quite done. I thought it was done, but I wasn't yet. I had one thing I had to change yet, but I'm going to work on that here during the morning and get that figured out here. There are some issues with it, so I had to get that figured out. But anyway, again, you see the forecast there. You get a good idea of how to play out over the next week ahead. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. We'll see you all again on your Tuesday. Until then, take care. Enjoy your Monday. Friday will be here soon, I promise. We'll see you all on Tuesday. God bless. Bye.